There you go. Now we have sound. Yes, I enjoyed my vacation. Thank you for being here, guys. Yeah. So as I was saying yesterday, I took a 2 hour loss, and before I start, right, I want to show you the importance of sticking to your rules, right? The importance of sticking to your rules. So basically, this was my Nasdaq long play, right? This was my this was my Nasdaq long play yesterday, and I decided to trade the US 30. So instead, I traded the US 30, which stopped me out, right? Which stopped me out. So, and I don't trade the US 30. I do not trade the US 30. I trade the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. And instead of making 3R on a Nasdaq long, I missed out and lost 1R on the US 30. So like I tell you, I'm not the best trader in the planet, but I'm going to show you everything that I do, and I'm going to show you every single mistake that I do. So you might learn from that too. Yes, it hurts. And you know what? I'm gonna do my apple ginger lemon cayenne thingy. Hold on. Wow, that's good. Whew. That'll put some speed uh, up in your organism. So yeah, just stick to your rules. Let's have a look at what we have here. Gold flying again. Gold just flying, 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 flying. I didn't take this trade myself. This was a good setup, but the reason that I didn't take it was because we were trading very close to liquidity, and double bottoms and double tops are just very strong liquidity draws. So that's on one of my rules. So I am very comfortable about the decision that I took about not taking this long. Now, let's have a look at the Japanese yen. Of course, the US dollar is flying. US dollar is just flying. And as you know, it didn't came to my point of interest on a pullback. That was sickening to my guts, right? But again, it happens. It happens. So, looking for US dollar longs, of course, no setup. Japanese yen, we are in the London session, so this could in fact be interesting. 5 minute chart on the Japanese yen. There's nothing going on here, guys. So why don't we hunt some US dollar longs? All right, so the US dollar is just flying, guys. Just flying, flying off the charts. I don't think we're going to be able to catch them. Let's have a look at the DAX. And this looks interesting. The Nikkei. So let's have a look at the Nikkei, right? I've been working, and this is not out of the blue, guys. I have been for the past 3 months forward testing my strategy on the Nikkei and the DAX to give you more, to give you even more, um, to give you even more markets to trade. And of course, because I'm making the switch to futures myself, so I need to trade futures. So that is another thingy right here. So what do we have here? We do have a very strong IFVG here. Let's start by looking at that. Strong IFVG, inverted fair value gap, inverted imbalance. So what this tells me, right? What an IFVG is, it's simply, right? This was a bearish imbalance, right? This was a bearish imbalance that failed. Normally, bearish imbalances that failed make for good entry orders, right? Long. So that's another thing that we're going to start looking at with the VIP group, right? So, grosso modo, what I'm trying to look for is longs here. We have the trap set up with the liquidity at the trap. We have a imbalance here. We have a an IFVG. So there's an opportunity here for possible longs alongside of this right here. So possible longs on the Nikkei, I'm gonna place them right here. Hold on. This and this should go down. on the Nikkei. I'm gonna place that a little bit hot, 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 right? Let's have a look at gold. We already saw that. U.S. equities pretty solid. F1 strategy possible setup here. Let me show you what we're looking at with the F1 strategy team, right? On U.S. equity. So the F1 strategy, as you already know, is a catch-up trade F1 strategy. Here we go. Look, oh, sorry. Look, we are on. So here, Aluta mentioned this about possible longs in U.S. equities. Now, Michael, I don't know what this is. I will gonna have a look at it later. And Michael, looking at the Euro Swiss franc. Yeah, so we're going to have a look at that ourselves, right? Where are you? I'm sorry about this. I'm still not at home. I'm in San Francisco right now, so I'm at my brother's houses. So I don't have my other screens. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that for another week, at least 3 days, because I'm leaving on a Wednesday, and today is Friday. I don't know. Yes, today is Friday. So, U.S. equities, guy. Yesterday was a very strong day for U.S. equities, as you all remember. So this is the F1 strategy. That's really pretty cool. This is going to be a very fantastic trade, F1 strategy wise. So what we're looking at is for the U.S. For the Nasdaq or the S&P 500, that matter, to print true divergence. Now, this is the thing, guys. This is the cool thing about the F1 strategy is that it gives you the rules, the exact rules to enter those trades. And if you don't get true divergence in price with our oscillator, well, my friends, there is no trade because true divergence is what gives us the trigger for upside momentum in this case, right? And if you notice right here, the S&P 500 just stuck inside of this range. And without true divergence, there's no longs to be played. But, my preferred F1 strategy should be here on the Nasdaq. Why? Just have a look at how strong this market was. The open price, the open was here at this level, and the close was here at this level. So that's an impressively bullish daily candle. We focus on daily candles here, right? This is a very strong bullish daily candle. So after a very strong bullish daily candle, the next couple of days are impulsive moves, right? So they follow that move, and what the F1 strategy does is it pinpoints the exact moment when we should take that trade. So what I'm waiting for here is pretty simple. It's true divergence to be printed right here. Boom. So if and when we get true divergence with price and our momentum indicator, then we're going to enter long in this possible Nasdaq long here. Boom. I would rather have a not such a tight range myself, but where you get what the strategy gives you. So that's a possible 5R for now. Right? It's possible that we're going to print some new daily lows right here, giving us a possible structure to get even a better risk to reward ratio here. For example, if we get some sort of this with our other confluences, right, we might get even a higher risk to reward ratio of a 470, 480%. So the cool thing about this is that it's a semi-automated trading strategy, right? That has a given set of rules. So it's not discretionary in the sense that you don't trade on a gut feeling, right? It's a hard set of rules. I mean, we need this, this, and this, and this, and if we don't see that, we don't take the trade. It's that simple. And if you're interested, I'm gonna leave you here where you can find it. Right here. So just go here and have a look at at the content, etc. It is as expensive because it took me 15 years to develop, and you get lifetime access to my F1 strategy chat. But it's a one-time, you know, payment, and I have passed funding challenges with this strategy. So, yeah, pretty simple. Here you go. If you're interested, that's where you should go. Now, let's go back to the charts. There you go. That's printing. That is printing new daily lows. So quite interesting. Right there. Beauty. All right, so let's go back to our normal charting. Let's see um if we can get a trade on. Yeah. I'm gonna make a video about this because it really sucks not following your rules. And one of my rules is the markets that I trade, right? I don't trade the Dow, and yesterday I traded the Dow, and as you can see, yeah, it was not a good day, but that's fine. I mean, that's what on the bridge. This one was a possible short that I was looking. I didn't take that trade. Um, And the reason that I didn't take this short is because the market was in a bullish structure. You don't take shorts on a on a bullish structure, right? So same thing about the S&P 500. It's a very tight Asian range. The Asian highs just got liquidated. So let's have a look at the GBP USD. I mean, I would love to get me involved in some US dollar longs, wouldn't you? So why don't we do that, guys? Let's get involved in some US dollar, yo long. So, to be completely honest, this is where I would love to buy the USD. So why? Why here? You might ask, right? Because of this liquidity. This liquidity hasn't been taken. Um, but price is way too far from this to be a valid pullback setup. I think that a move towards that would in fact be more more than a pullback. It would be a reversal. So I'm scratching this point of interest. I'm gonna leave it on my chart, right? This is an imbalance, by the way, and I am going to look for something higher. Right, so here we go. We have a very nice point of interest here. Um, right, so here's the point of interest. If you notice here, we have an OB, which makes this a breaker block, a very interesting breaker block zone. So not only that, we have an imbalance here. I'm not gonna. I mean, when I draw point of interest instead of imbalance, it means that we have a ton of things going on. We have an imbalance here. We have an OB and inverted OB, a breaker block, and this looks quite good for long. This zone hourly, we are very high. I mean, we could target this hour liquidity area right here. We are quite high, and yeah, this is going to be my trade long on the US dollar. So interestingly enough, I am going to take this trade. Of course, I'm not going to take it on the DXY. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for those markets that I trade the US dollar on, right? Which are the Euro USD, the GBP USD, and the USD CAD. Right, so on the on the GBP USD, do we have any news today? Let me have a look at this. Oh, consumer sentiment, nothing. Oh, we had GDP, month over month. So I'm gonna stick. I'm not gonna go with the pound. I'd rather go with the USD CAD or the Euro US dollar. Uh-huh. So the Euro USD. what the hell do we have here? First of all, let's have a look at the hourly chart. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, there's no targets to the downside that I could see. I mean, there is. They're way, just way, 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 way down here. Right. Remember, we're trying to trade a pullback here on the Euro US dollar, guys. We're trying to trade a pullback. So basically, we need to figure out where the liquidity is going to be made. Right. I mean, but the US dollar is so strong. So, 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 so strong. Right there. This is the trap. No, this is not target liquidity. This is the trap. And what I would want to see is, of course, price coming back here, creating that liquidity at the trap. Then those players getting liquidated before the actual move to the downside. Oopsie. Let's say that they have something like this. All right, hold on. Yeah, there you go. So this would be equal highs, right? And this is by far not created yet, right? If you notice, I'm just speculating about how price would in fact move. I mean, we should be reacting to price, not. That's my man Rowan talking. We should be reacting to price, not speculating on what it's going to do. But you know, the zones are the zones, and yeah. I'm sorry. I could see. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Boom, boom. Yeah, something like this. This in this vicinity, right? That's assuming that this is in fact the low of the move, right? The trap is right there at equilibrium, so we're good. This is by far very, 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 very speculative, guys. So this I am going to tag it as warm because it's highly speculative. We're going to take it no matter what. That's why I'm going to place some alerts here on the DXY. There you go. And yeah. How can how can I contact you guys to get some clarity on your crypto ideas, please? Sure, you can go here. Support at learn2.trade. Boom. There's an ad there. Support at learn.trade. Yeah, just email support. Also remember, guys, that I'm never going to, or we are never going to contact you first. We're never going to ask you for money. We don't run a Discord server. We don't run other channels that are not the VIP channels, so the channels that I sent these links on. And we don't have a crypto investment scheme. So everything other than that is a scam. So be careful with that. More than welcome. You are more than welcome, mate. Japanese yen. Yeah, I'm gonna take this Japanese Nikkei long, possibly with the VIP group. So this is also on the liquidity side. The Nasdaq is very hot on the F1 strategy or breakout, side. Let's continue, mates. I don't know. Let's have a look at the pound because I'm not to be completely honest, I'm not too interested in the Euro US dollar side. I don't know why, but it's not my. I just don't like the setup, right? So let's go to the 50-minute chart, to this market. Big imbalance, but this is, I mean, this is the thing, right? For an imbalance to be valid in my side, the third candle has to be an indecision candle. Not has whenever you have an imbalance with an impulsive candle, more likely it's not going to be a good place for your point of interest, right? So what I'm going to do here, Actually, it's not. That's not quite. That's not half bad. We have a very small IFVG here. So let's start from here. If we have that, we have a breaker. I'm sorry, an OB. So all of this is going to be my point of interest. To be completely honest with you, POI. I don't like the risk to reward ratio on this one, but we are going to tag it nonetheless. Gold. Now, call me crazy. Call me crazy, but this is something that I am waiting for in gold. And yes, call me crazy. Right. If again, speculation, my friends. Not taking this at all. This is speculation, but I'm gonna draw my lines nonetheless, right? So, in fact, I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna draw the lines very quickly because I'm gonna record a video. I'm gonna make some content out of this too. Now that you don't ask me questions, you're going to see me create content. It's as simple as that. Right, so this is quite highly speculative, by the way. But if this works out, my friends, we could in fact get in on a very good trade. hmm It's more of a market structure shift, in my opinion. And oof, we have a ton of shit going on here. So we have a trappity trap here. Boom. We could in fact target this trap very easily. No, trap. Actually here. Oh, here's the target. Beautiful. We have a trap and we have an imbalanced target or on a fair value gap target here. Oof. God damn. If this plays out, it's going to be beautiful. Target FEG. Right. So, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna do this. All right, guys, hear me out because this is quite speculative. But if this plays out, I mean, if we can get involved in some very strong shorts here in gold. Now, this has to work out exactly as I say. If not, I'm not going to get involved. If this is the last sweep of the highs, that means that a sweep of this lows would be the displacement needed for a market structure shift, right? So if we get a displacement with volatility below these lows, I'm going to look for a point of interest around these levels because this is going to be my IFVG, right? My inverted fair value gap. That's going to give me the entry zone. Actually, guys, I'm going to re-record this because I found something else. Maybe short on yeah, we can have a look at that. All right, guys, so hear me out because this is highly speculative. But if this works out, and this needs to work out to the teeth, meaning that everything that I'm going to say needs to happen, and if it does, we are going to get involved in some very strong shorts in gold. So if this is the last sweep of the highs, I would need to see a sweep of these lows. This meaning that we would get the sweep of the highs, then the displacement below these lows, creating a market structure shift. This means that this fair value gap or this imbalance, which is a bullish imbalance, will not hold, meaning that it will turn to an inverted fair value gap. This would be my entry short, targeting this fair value gap right here for a I think this would be a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio or a little higher. Let's have a look. This would be a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. Yeah, so let's wait for that. All right, so that's, my friend, what I am looking for in gold, and only that. I'm not looking for longs at the moment. I am not looking for longs at the moment. This is exactly what I'm looking at. This is what I am going to place, why I'm going to place my alerts here, right? Add alert on gold, maybe short on US. And this is hot, by the way. And this is hot because if this plays out, It's and it if it plays out, there's a ton of people that is going to get, you know, that's there's a lot of people that are going to get trapped, and yeah, this is going to work out to the T if it does. Maybe short on U.S. dollar, on yeah, I don't see anything that says short here, mate. Oh, why? Explain to me why would you short this, and maybe we can have a conversation. I'm not looking at that. Actually, what I'm looking at is longs with the F1 strategy. Why wow? Abdulaziz. All right, heads up to this print on true divergence, and we get our F1 strategy long for the S100. Do not be afraid of taking trades, my friends. So, how many of you are here? 23. Thank you for sticking with me, guys, this long. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, really. Yeah, Nikkei. I do like the Nikkei, right? I mean, I do like it. What the fuck can you do? I do like this setup. This is just those setups that speak to me very much. Yeah, I do like it. I mean, this is my entry model basically. Liquidity at the trap, uh, and point of interest below that liquidity, targeting the liquidity highs. I'm gonna take this. This is going to be sent to my VIPs, by the way. And if you wanna be, oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I mean, this is just years and years of watching price action, doing the same thing, right? And again, I do not predict price action. What I do is, yeah, what I do is just plan out a setup, right? For example, gold. This is my setup in gold, right? Everything that I just said needs to happen in order for me to to uh, to click on the sell button, right? If that doesn't happen, then I'm not placing any trades. So what I need, I mean, everything is playing out. Everything is playing out beautifully. I just need that last volatile move to the downside to create the market structure shift needed in order to short this market. More so because we are shorting a very strong market, mate. This is a very, very fucking strong market. So, but again, the setup is a textbook. Now on I don't remember the Nikkei. I'm trading the Nikkei today, my friends, for the first time with the VIPs. So this is going to be the setup sent. Again, remember, in this kind of setups, I don't need to place my stop losses below the structure low, because what I am trading, or my point of interest to get triggered, is not a fair value gap. Oh shit. Hold on. Structure low. Right. So there's a difference. There's a difference between trading an imbalance or trading an IFVG. Trading an IFVG is simple. Trading an imbalance is simple too, but stop loss placement is what's different, right? Because on an IFVG we are trading a bearish imbalance that did not hold, right? So it becomes a bullish point of interest. The entire imbalance becomes a bullish point of interest. So if it doesn't hold for the second time, then I'm fucking out of the trade. But if this was just an imbalance, I would actually need to place my stop losses below the structure low. And that I know just because I journal everything that I do. All right, so that's it, guys. I think that I'm gonna give you a few minutes just to ask me some questions. Then I have a few things to do myself. Again, the F1 strategy is right there. If you want to be part of the F1 strategy group, it's a one-time payment, mates, and you get access to chat with me for life. So I think that for £600, that is a good enough deal. And again, If you wanna copy link, if you want to join my VIP group, there you go. Here it is. Thank you for joining me. This was a very short-lived live. I know, but there's nothing going on, right? I'll possibly be live for the U.S. Open, and I'll be setting my futures account today to be able to trade live here in TradingView. So that's gonna be cool, right? So thank you again for joining me. Goodbye. You are welcome, John.